Cultural diversity is about how two people would be communicating, and the way they would be communicating would be based on their cultural differences. So, for instance, in some cultures, they communicate by not giving eye contact, and that's considered as a sign of respect. In other cultures, to give eye contact means you're giving attention. So it's just acknowledging that people do communicate in a different way. To beliefs, gender differences, status differences. So there are a number of differences that would then come under the umbrella of cultural diversity. Appreciate differences. Some cultures do behave very, very differently, which in other cultures would be considered as derogatory or insulting. So for instance, if you go to India, timekeeping is not so important there. People are fairly laid back and they are not as bothered about timekeeping. If you go to Switzerland, as an example, if you're a minute late, it's considered as a real insult. So just be aware that there are differences in what's expected and in styles of communication. So appreciate differences. Another example I can give to you is in Northern Europe, people would communicate by giving facts. In Italy, people would communicate by sharing a lot of emotions. In Japan, people communicate by building harmony. And in India, people would communicate by asking about families. Okay, so when you're talking about differences in culture, it's about being adaptable to, so if I was interacting with somebody from Northern Europe, I would think, oh, well, they're just going to ask me about facts and figures rather than asking me about personal life, and I would then adapt myself to accommodate what their needs are. Don't assume that because that person represents that country, that he or she is going to behave like everybody else. It's about respecting the individual concerned. So they would be behaving and interacting with you, which is about their personal values and beliefs. So it's about respecting the individual concerned. Patience, fundamentally. I was interacting with somebody from southern India in English, and when I'd said to him, "How are you?" a very simple question, in UK the response would be, "I'm fine, how are you?" Whereas in some parts of the world they'll give you 20 sentences to explain how they are, which in UK that would be covered in 2 sentences. So cultural diversity is also about being patient, that their style of communicating may take longer than what you're used to, and it's just about persevering through those patience.